everyone, and welcome to middle of the month in October. Can you believe how time is flying? And every time I have these types of sessions, I'm like, I cannot believe how quickly the year is flying by. It's just absolutely ridiculous. But we are not here to talk about how quickly time is flying today, but we are here to talk about ways to save. And with some luck, if you've been listening in to our conversations the last few weeks, hopefully you have found new ways to be able to save some time, maybe create a little bit of time, and maybe try and cut down some of the time that you've been using to try and find meeting times that suit everyone, right? Okay, well, so as I said last week, today we are going to be talking about a few common bulk mailing tools, because bulk mails is one of the ways in which we can help to create some time instead of having to send things out one by one. And also, it's really important to make sure that we are using bulk mail tools for a couple of reasons. One of which is if you decide to use your native email tool, like an Outlook or a Gmail or something like that, and you just send out to hundreds of people, your domain is going to be blacklisted so fast. You're going to be noted as spam, which means that even your normal emails are not going to end up going through to people. And it's really, really hard to undo that. I once had to BCC people in a training group that I was doing. And as a result of that, I ended up having some problems with deliverability of my emails. And I was like, well, but it's a small training group. Like, why would this give problems? But it did. So you never know what you might end up doing accidentally that could cause your mails to be flagged. So in addition to this, to be able to adhere to the POPI Act, which is the Protection of Personal Information Act, we need to make sure that we are adhering to certain rules. And a bulk mail tool allows us to do exactly that. So it includes having things like unsubscribe links at the bottom of your emails. Now, I'm not sure if you have ever been the recipient of a mail that said, reply to unsubscribe. I had that the last little while, and I was like, no, this is not right. You have to allow me to unsubscribe by just clicking a button. And if you want to avoid being a cause of frustration in your users or your recipients' inbox, then please make sure that you're adhering to those rules. So there are a whole host of articles that allow you to check out how the different bulk mailers compare. But the three ones that I want to chat about today, and these are the most popular at the moment, are Mailchimp, Mailerlite, and ActiveCampaign. So I'm going to share my screen shortly, and hopefully it's going to work the way it's supposed to, right? But just as a quick oversight. So firstly, Mailchimp. Mailchimp is really popular, one of the biggest ones. It's really great for design. And if you are conscious of pricing like me, and I don't really want to spend money for my bulk mailer, then Mailchimp might be a really good option because they allow you to do up to 2,000 subscribers for free on the free version. Okay, they have a lot of integrations that you can have a look at. Even though some of these integrations might only be available on some of the paid plans. Okay, but so Mailchimp, great for design, up to 2,000 people, free. The next option is Mailerlite. Now, just because it's light doesn't mean that it's light in functionality. Okay, so just wanted to put that out there. They also have a free version, but that free version is capped at 1,000 subscribers. However, from what I've heard, it allows you to use it much more easily than Mailchimp because it's simplified. It's not as heavy on the design stuff. You don't need a lot of templates. So it helps a little bit if you're just a first-time user, you're trying to get to grips with how to actually just set up something that looks pretty decent, but you don't want to spend hours plowing into making it look absolutely beautiful like you would on Mailchimp. Okay, and also their paid plans actually work out to be cheaper than Mailchimp. So if you've hit the 2,000 subscribers on Mailchimp and you now have to start setting up a paid plan, then you might want to consider switching over to Mailerlite because it works out to be cheaper. The only problem is with Mailerlite is you don't have as much reporting capability as you would have in Mailchimp. But for most startup businesses, for most business owners that don't actually need that information, they just sort of want to see, has it been opened? What are maybe some sort of click-through rates, and not really having detailed information. So Mailerlite might still be a solution there. The third option is ActiveCampaign. Now, ActiveCampaign does not have a free version, but they have a lot of automations and it allows you to integrate with some CRM tools. So this is really, as you are starting to really get strong in terms of the newsletters that you are sending out and you're really pushing that content going out to your customers, then ActiveCampaign might be an option for you to look at. So let's quickly have a look at all of the different options. While I just set up my screen share here, let us go have a look. Okay, so we'll start off with Mailchimp, and I'm just going to show you the home pages, okay, just so that you can get a feel for how they market themselves. Okay, so let's see here, marketing smarts for big ideas, awesome. We get a bigger plan. Let's see what else we do. We've got to get your business online. So what's quite nice about Mailchimp is they allow you to actually build up a website on, like, hosted on their site, which is quite cool. They also allow you to do some landing pages, which is nice. The marketing campaigns, obviously just newsletters that you set out. So there's all sorts of interesting things here. As you can sort of see from the website, it is very much based on design. Okay, so you're really trying to get pretty things in front of your customers. There are ways to automate it. You can send out like drip campaigns where it's triggered by certain automations, or after a certain amount of time, once they've gone through this funnel, then you send follow-up mails. You've got a lot of insights, which is really nice. So really something cool to go have a look at. I have found sometimes the learning curve is a little bit steep, but it's definitely not doable, right? They have resources. They allow you to do all sorts of training. So go check that out. Okay, so that's the first one. Second one, Mailerlite. Okay, so this is really, you'll see there, free 14-day trial to premium features, but they do have that free version up to 1,000 people. See there, just under 1 million happy customers worldwide, which is great, but it is all about simplicity. So you'll see their pricing, okay? They've got 1,000 subscribers with 12,000 emails per month, okay? So that just means that you are capped at a certain number of emails as well as the number of users. Okay. But it's really simple from what I've heard. They do have integrations, so that is another option. You'll see they do still look really nice. It's not to say that just because you're using Mailerlite that it won't look pretty, okay? So they do have some nice templates there that you can check out. And then the last one is ActiveCampaign. Now, ActiveCampaign, what I've linked to here is specifically when I Googled ActiveCampaign, this is what came up. Their learning platform came up. So this just indicates to me that it is a little bit more complex to actually figure out and to be able to use efficiently than the other options. But they've got a whole lot of things. They've got automations, they've got a whole lot of things, sales, private pipelines, okay? And you might even want to work through some of this just for the benefit of sort of understanding email marketing a little bit better. Yes, maybe it's very specific to ActiveCampaign, but if you can start extracting some information there that you can implement using some of the other tools, then, you've just gotten some information for free. So do go check it out. They've got a whole bunch of videos, which is awesome. Beginner's guide to lists. Okay, so they've got really, really great information. Just quickly on their pricing. As I said, they don't have a free version. So let's just see how much it actually is. Okay, for a limited time, there we go. Okay, Lite, starting at $9 per month, which is not bad. Okay, so you've got up to 3 users. Some of the functionality is obviously not available. But so it's not that expensive, it's just depending on what you want to use. So do go have a look at those 3. I will share the links in the comment below so you can go see what will work best for your business. At Upvisor, we are using Mailchimp, as I've said, because of the number of subscribers that we have on board. We are like on the precipice of the 1,000 subscribers, so it doesn't make sense to switch over to Mailerlite at this stage. But if that was not an issue, I probably would have looked at Mailerlite specifically. So what about you? I would love to hear, what are you using? And which features are you going to make the best use of? Now, there are all sorts of features, from a simple newsletter to automations to landing pages to websites. It can be all in one package, right? It's just about what you are going to be able to use effectively. So next week, we are going to be talking about project management tools, or is it task management tools? Sometimes I get confused. And it is about whatever is appropriate for you. But we are going to be talking about Asana versus Trello versus Monday.com. And I have arranged for the Blue Ninjas to come join us again next week, which I'm really excited about. These 2 ladies have awesome knowledge and understanding about processes and systems and finding new ways to create efficiencies in your business. So do tune in for that interview. I've already sent them the questions that we'll be asking. So I'm excited. So do tune in for that next week. In the meantime, if you do need someone to help you figure out how to simplify your workflows, how to save time, that's one of the things we do, especially in our business coaching. We have been working with startups to people that are in their 3rd or 4th year of their business, and they're trying to figure out, okay, cool, I want to scale. How am I going to do that? What are the workflows and structures I need to be putting in place? So if that is you, female or not female, doesn't matter, mostly service-based industries. But if you're not, it's also good. But I want to encourage you to set up a 30-minute free consultation, and let's just chat about how we can help to save you time and figure out how we are going to scale your business, and just get you some more money, right? Because more money is what we need. But anyway, until next time, stay smart. I will see you next week, same time, same place. You know it. Enjoy your day. Bye.